Alright, I'm catching up on these cursed submissions here. We did get taken down by the last one. I don't know why I keep clicking daily challenge. But we're going to get back on the horse here and try to beat some of these. Okay, we got Grael with Witchweave. Witchweave sucks, but I like the Pyre of Savagery. Let me double check the comment on this one. It says... oh my god, I just realized something. Oh, never mind. I thought my screen was cut off. It's just the weird... They kind of made the UI kind of weird here. I should submit something on that. Whatever. Tangent. D&D Bays says I've got an Abyssal Alt Lazarus plus Luna run where I have 2 actively harmful starting relics. Would love to see how you approach this one. Okay. So the combo doesn't super scare me because I do like Grael quite a lot, but certainly the Luna Coven secondary might just be completely useless for us, so we'll see. The Pyre of Savagery I like though, that especially with Grael who likes to use stats, right? Grael runs typically don't end up with the reform shenanigans. Alright, we got Savagery. I guess we'll have a rematch on Savagery here. I'm going to remember that it's the frickin' boss this time and actually prepare. Vampiric Feed. Almost the same bosses as the last Cursed Seed except for the Archeon, which actually this Archeon's technically harder. I like the starters though. Pseudoscience does give us some access to the reanimate stuff, even if it's inconsistent, but it's really good early. Bloody Moon is just kind of solid. And Silent Sentinel's alright. Mainly for the, if you actually have Conduit or the New Moon run, room, it's good. So, decent starters. Living Armory. So I've already got permascaling, but Learning Limb helps a little bit with that. I feel like if I find the units that would be good with Learning Limb, I'm already good because of Savagery, so even though I find Learning Limb a bit more fun than Armory, since this is a Cursed Seed and I need to redeem myself, I might try hard here and just go Living Armory, which I think will be better here. The Living Armory is just going to give us more immediate value. And... because, you know, the units that would most benefit from Learning Limb would be Test Subject Alpha, would be the best one, and then also the Plague Doctor. Granted, the Plague Doctor doesn't really get kills from Savagery, so I could make an argument that Plague Doctor severely is good with Learning Limb. It's also very good with the Armory as well, though. So I think we'll do the Living Armory. Okay, so I guess this is kind of the active, what was it, the relics are actively bad for us comment, which certainly Shadow's Seath would be bad because it makes these erratic assistants so delayed in dying. Might not be like incredibly bad though, other than that. Volatile Gauge, it certainly sucks because we have these zero-cost starters, but I could also make the argument that it doesn't actually make them that much worse. Bloody Moon becomes considerably better. Alright, give me 1 second, I need to be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Crap. Where did all my... I'm so... screwed right now, IRL. Okay, sorry, 1 second, I'll be right back, I swear. Alright, I'm here. So, anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I think, right, I'm pretty sure Volatile Gauge here is the pick, because really, if you think about these clans, there's not really that many low-cost cards we typically target. You know, sure, the starters are 0, but they're actually, in the context of Baron Grael, valuable enough that increasing them to a 1.5 cost is not the worst thing in the world. Keep in mind the equipment that comes out of them is still 0 cost, as long as I play it that turn. So, you know, if I think about it, like, you know, we obviously know I love the Tome of Many Horrors, which is 3 cost. It automatically is now 1.5 cost, so that's already one of the best cards available to us. The X costs are also increased because, you know, we go double Ember upgrade almost certainly, so they're just hitting more, and we're finding them more often. Here we can go, even just looking at like the 1 cost cards, it's not like too many of these are like that critical to me, whereas like the 2 cost and up starts to look pretty good. We got Mixology, which is really good. Explosive Reaction is really good. Brain Transfer is not that good typically, but can be good. And then of course all of these 3 costs are like S tier. And then the X cost is S tier, so Lazarus loves it. Luna has some situationally okay X costs, though very unlikely that they're good here. Moonbeam's not very good, but Heavenfall's great. Silver Ink can be great. Tattle Turing, they continue to nerf this card. It still might be okay if I get Conduit. Celestial Storm is okay. Bloody Moon is really good, as we mentioned, I already have it. Bolt is good if I get Conduit. Tome is fine. Glaive is obviously good. You know, all the equipment, and some of these units even cost 2. And the 1 costs, you know, they probably have a higher concentration of 1 cost that we want to see, but again, it's not like the end of the world. So I think Gauge is absolutely fine here. We have the whole run to build into it, and it's not like, I think it's still an immediate upgrade probably to us. Draw of -1 is actually just not even bad at all, since we already are up 1 draw, even with that. We will put them on the same floor, because this guy has 40 health and can heal himself. And turns out that's pretty good. Alright, let's get one of these in. Sucks that the other things costed so much, but it is what it is. We'll always spam these here to get that damage. No sense taking damage if we don't have to. This sometimes is not so good for us. Let's just keep getting these going while we can. Spam them here. Sorry, my multitasking is coming into play again. Alright, swear, I'm back. Okay. That, we could probably put one of these on the floor, just so they start getting, I guess I actually already played all of them. There's 1 more to play. But, I probably should have put one of them up there initially. Oops, I gave up some damage, but it's fine. I don't think it will really end up mattering. We'll just do, I mean, we just want to get these out, I think. Spikes. We should beat this guy up top without the need of any other stuff. Yeah. We're good. Do this just to do it. So not a single bit of damage taken, off to a good start. I need to remember that I have Savagery, probably. Right now it doesn't matter too much, but trying to min-max it a little bit is certainly acceptable. Alright, these are interesting choices. The Overwork Assistant currently Not necessarily reliably useful with only the pseudosciences, but it's debatable to take it. Calcified Ember is not nearly as bad with Volatile Gauge. The Explosive Reaction is what I'm leaning toward here because it's really good. It's at its best when you can put it on your own units, which is maybe unlikely at the moment, but it's not out of the question. Like, if I end up with not getting a Tome of Horrors, but I still get like a resurrection spike, if that happens to be the case, then Explosive Reaction is a huge win condition. You know, as good as like Orakai or Baron Grael stacking is, nothing beats a reanimate plus explosive situation. So I think we'll take this. I just am not thinking that typically we get much value out of the Luna units or cards. Like, normally I would love to see a Phase Blessing, but when I got the worst situation, which is a Witchwood secondary, you know, Ek or Pyre I can rely on eventually, hopefully getting Conduit, even if I started without it. And obviously this vastly superior exiled Luna starter I can take a Vase Blessing with, but without any of that, Conduit's hard to come by sometimes, and even just having to go out of my way to get it is tough, so I don't know that I want the Phase Blessing. It could still be a good pickup for Savagery, but I don't know. It's a tough call. The Weaver would be a way to get Conduit. Even though I don't have any Moon Manipulation currently, it can just sit there and at least give me some damage. I don't think it's very good, but it has some synergy with the Silent Sentinel. I could also just skip this. I mean, this could end up being a situation where we search for like double stack or something on Pseudoscience or Explosive Reaction and then just spam that as much as we can, because the rest of the cards are mostly units and I can just thin the deck out, remove the Witch Reeves. Like, that seems like much more of a likely scenario. I just don't think these cards are very good for us. So typically want to go Merchant of Steel. Maybe I could have considered the Moon shifting unit a bit more to like facilitate like a Shade Guard or something, but that would be the only unit. I guess there's a Sweeper as well. Kind of feel like going left here. I mean, double stack is a huge high roll. Spell chain's fine. Cost reductions in general on these cards are going to be good. Consumer move plus -2 would be very good. That's about it, though. The thing is, the Luna banners are just significantly worse than the Lazarus banners. So that's kind of factoring into my decision here. And I already have a beefy tank if I brick the units on either side, or if I brick them on the magic side. So Luna, it's like Astrologer's not very good for me here. Lunar Priestess I guess is okay, but it doesn't immediately do much for me. Nightingale sucks. I wouldn't want another Sentinel. Acolyte is just objectively worse than the... Not objectively, but realistically, it's just worse than the Test Subject Alpha, especially when I didn't take the Moon Phase card. And then Shade Guard is like the only unit I'd really want to see. That's just one of the entire pool that is even that enticing to me. And even then, it's like, I'm not getting... I don't have any Moon Manipulation currently. And honestly, looking through these, I'm fine that I didn't take that Moon Manipulation card. I think taking it speculatively just for a Shade Guard is not that good, because none of the other units really benefit that much from ending in a Moon Phase. I'm pretty sure, just looking through all of this, I want to go left. I don't see a whole lot of reasons to go right. Okay, we got holdover and spell chain, which I could afford. That's a little weird, but that could be okay. Let's see what we get here. Oof, now I wish I went the Artificer route. It's so nice to do Pincushion plus Artificer, because you can just stack the Pincushion, and then it gets still gets the Artificer bonus if they're on the same floor. But now it's like, it's tough to take this because I obviously want to put the equipment on the Baron Grael, otherwise my Baron Grael becomes useless. So I'd have to say it's probably Makeshift Golem. Maybe if I thought about it more, I would have went Artificer at the start. My worry was just that, I don't know, maybe I'm just lost a little confidence after losing that last one, and I wanted to do the just generally more powerful thing, but obviously I would have been fine with Artificer, and I'd be in a much better situation right now if I'd pick an Artificer. I think we had to take the Makeshift Golem. It's technically going to be a better tank in most scenarios than the Silent Sentinel. But we definitely didn't really want to see those as our units. They're probably the worst two we could have seen as far as the Lazarus go. I do think, given that we got that, I'm going to hold this over and spell chain it. It's going to be kind of weird, but I think that's what we need to do to just have some power level right now. I also could have just skipped and maybe afforded that Ember upgrade, but whatever. Oh, that's kind of brutal, isn't it? And it's Merchant of Steel with a Luna, which we don't really want to go to. Probably definitely want to hit the arms, which doesn't require as much gold because arms, we're just doing it for the Pyre health. Boss can be tough. I think we don't take that trial. We go here, here. Alright, you can die. Let's do this early so that we have that going for us. We want to play that just to keep it going. Kind of want to play that as well, but I don't know, maybe I don't play it. I feel like 50% of the time it's worth playing at the moment. But the other 50 it's not really. I think we got to get this into play actually, just get it going as soon as possible. Of course, this still comes in at a 3. Why wouldn't it? I'm going to try to just get it to come in at a better cost. There we go. That's a much better cost. Kill that, take out that, and hope for reanimate. We definitely need to hit reanimate soon. If not, at least we get the armor and hopefully can hit it elsewise. Volatile gauge, you're not doing me. You're not helping your cause here. I think this is still the best play. It's either that or just the explosive reaction, which, if I can get a reanimate here, okay, we got it, perfect. That's a huge hit there. It should get us through this, yeah. And we'll just go with that. Alright, we got through that. With that on holdover, I could maybe take the overwork assistant. I don't think much really benefits from the Sanguine Assistant right now. The only unit that actually has health has a self-heal. It's either the Pseudoscience or the Overwork Assistant. Yeah, the Overwork Assistant still needs more to work, so it could be a brick. Whereas the Pseudoscience is never really a total brick. But it's not that good of a card in the long term. You know, if I do brick my rares and I don't get like a Tome of Horrors or a Spike of the League, then we do need to maybe have a different plan here. Because I'm not getting a Lazarus unit coming up, so chance of test subject alpha or plague doctor is pretty low. There's one up here, but it's opposite an incredible node, so I doubt we're hitting that. This is just a horrible node. So it's really just the ring 3 rewards. I feel like having another Pseudoscience works. Like, normally I can do what I need to do with Overwork Assistant via the explosive reaction, I think. So just having another one of these is probably fine. Could take Starstruck just for the 50-50 dazed. The others aren't really going to do anything for me because it's very unlikely that I end up with Conduit at this point. In my opinion, you just don't plan on... the Merchant of Arms, I could get a Planetarium. That's about the only way I can realistically get Conduit at this point, because that's just how it is. You know, I'm not going to take a Conduit Weaver. There's a lot of chicken and egg with Luna. When you have Witch Weave as your secondary, like, am I going to take a Conduit Weaver when I don't have any Moon Phase? Am I going to take a spell when I don't have any Conduit? It's, you know, spells that really rely on having... I mean, this spell also, it's like I need Conduit and a Moon Phase for Celestial Storm to even be that worth it, even though I have the gauge. You know, I would say it's okay sometimes even without all that, but when I already have like all of the cards that I have okay AoE, that a 10 damage AoE is just not that useful to me. But the days might be useful for some of these fights, so we'll take that. Even if it's not super reliable. Reanimation Lab could be a thing. Cycle Staff, not really. But just adding more weapons, I could argue, is good, considering we're likely to go full Armory, Baron Grael, and each one of those actually represents a pretty big buff. I may just buy them because of that. If I do buy them, though, the Swift Steel Dagger's more valuable since it's at 40. I don't typically like Reanimation Lab. The 7 health is almost always irrelevant, but maybe with the Pseudoscience it's a little more relevant. But also, maybe I want to die a lot. I don't know. Let's take a look here first. Ooh, nice. Well, that's not how I envisioned getting this card, but yeah, I'll obviously take that. That's a huge pickup. And no real reason to take the other ones. I mean, technically I could... If this didn't show up, I'm probably taking one Horn Tome here. That's actually pretty good here too, considering I likely have armor with the makeshift golem. And then, yeah, it's really good with the Volto Gauge, but yeah, definitely taking the Tome of Horrors. Now I kind of wish I took the Overwork Assistant, but it's not really that big of a deal. So with that, I definitely am not taking the Reanimation Lab. That's not useful to us. I still probably want this at the very least, and I probably take this as well, just to help with the Grail. I'm not even caring about getting Moon Circle scaling on that that weapon there. We have a Merchant Magic here. Maybe I should have saved money for it. There's a Boons with it. I think I'm going here very likely. because we have that Tome of Horrors that we need to get upgraded before I hit the Empyrean Well. I think we're going to be pretty okay into this fight. Still go like this. Go like that. Alright, I can daze him if I want. Just 1 second. Kind of an awkward turn. 7 there. I don't know that I want to take that. I also kind of want to get a unit there, but I think it's better just to do this. And it's weird, but I think I'm going to do this just to get that dead. Damn, did I really not draw an erratic assistant there? I was planning to get an erratic assistant this turn, but, you know, whatever. I'll still just do... we don't want to do that. Is that even worth doing? I think we just want to do... that, so those will kill that. Then I can do this, which will take all of that out. Unfortunately, he comes back because I couldn't put any units down there. It's fine though, we've got a good cost there. We have this. That was stupid. What? Well, I'm throwing as per usual. I'm gonna get you in here just because I have to, I guess. It's my only time to do this, and I should just try this. Lifesteal, not too useful. Definitely fucked up that one turn. Alright, let's see what this is getting me. Reanimate 1. I don't know that I want to play that then. Because then I can play this and play this again. Yeah, that's fine. Let's get you here. Get this here. I should have put that up here and put this there. That was a mistake. Damn it. Whatever. Trying to limit his... We did a pretty good job eliminating his rage, so... 7... We obviously want to get that in... I think we just take that hit. I just hit this twice. The more animates I get there, the more guaranteed I am to kill this guy. Not even worth playing. Technically, if this guy gets a lot of kills from the... Actually shouldn't do that because we want to get our Slay here, so that's fine. Alright, things are looking alright. Okay, it's either Stardust Invocation or Cycle Staff. The Stardust Invocation has pretty good synergy with the Tome of Horrors, but that's about it. And I guess maybe sometimes the Pseudoscience and the Explosive Reaction and this Bloody Moon. That's actually pretty good. I think we take that then. I was leaning toward this initially, just because it's another item. But, yeah, there's good reasons to have that. These are not amazing. Maybe the meat hook is worth taking. Like, at this point, the makeshift golem is actually better than the hulking mass, which I usually would rather have the hulking mass. Nightingale, you could say, has some mild synergy with that Pyre and the Baron Grael, but then I would have to take a pip upgrade to fit everything on the floor, which I'm not going to do for a piece of crap unit like that. And meat hook is just having a good ability, that's pretty much it, and some okay stats. But, I don't know. That doesn't seem actually very good to me. And obviously take that. Go to the right here. Try to hit some pay dirt. Double stack. Amazing. Okay. We'll take that. I'll probably just take the combustion suit for the Baron Grael. This obviously goes here. We don't reroll. I can pseudo remove one of these cards. I don't know that I want this coming back super often. This is like an okay upgrade. And I may even just do that as well. Probably on the one that comes back every turn though, right? Or I could do it on a Witch Weave. Or I could just save the money. Probably just save the money. I don't think a holdover here is worth taking. What I would love to get is a consumer move on the Tome of Horrors. It's not super necessary though. I can look for it here, and I'm still going to just Hellvent it. I don't think I'll re-roll just to get the Ember down on it once. That doesn't seem super great. Learning Limb at this point is not going to outdo the Living Armory thing. Let's get rid of one Witch Weave. But keep some of this money. Since we have I believe a Trinket's coming up, right? Yeah, Trinkets. Reanimate one. Boss should be hopefully easy. I think reanimate one here is fine. There's some synergy with the Savagery. Alright, still gonna go with pretty much the same setup. Do I do this? Sure. I think I'm going to keep my Pyre health here rather than playing that. We could just do this. That makes it die. We can do this here. Just have that die. It's too bad that I'm not at full moon here. I could actually get double gold here because I could hit it with a Tome of Horrors. I could get triple gold, actually, and then I could daze it. That's too bad. Because it wouldn't be able to resolve, but it would reanimate, and it still would extinguish. Like, I could make some serious gold on that. But unfortunately, the resolve here will make it... I could still get double gold out of it, though, by doing this. I think... I am almost greedy enough to do this. Let me think. Alright, we gotta do this. So that dies. need you to die. I feel like I'm a greedy enough bastard that I'm willing to do this. Wait, how are you... Oh, the resolve happens before the unstable hits. Now that's some bullshit. Alright, good to know. Guess I really did need it to be full moon. It was a thought that counted though, right? We all know I was robbed of that. Alright, we have not gotten a single reanimate out of that. That's what we call bullshit here in the industry. Who needs to heal? You? Nobody really, but I guess you. Still nothing, and this is coming in at max. I may need to play it. Yeah, we're going to try it here. Okay, we finally got to reanimate. This is why Pseudoscience sucks. It's like, how many times have I played it and we've only gotten 2 reanimate stacks? Certainly not the greatest. Let's do that. I think we'll be fine. Even with the low amount of reanimates, we should be good here. Alright, Baron Grael getting some perma-scaling, nice. Puffer Flesh, don't think so, don't think so. Acid Shower, I don't think so. I doubt we ever take any Luna cards. Heavenfall's about the only one I would look out for. Oh my. Okay, Advanced Growth is interesting, because then that means the makeshift golem should just get whatever equipment put on it, because it'll just get hyperscaled, assuming I get enough reanimate. I think that's fine. This technically has synergy with my one dude, but I'm not going to buy that. Friendly units gain 14 armor on reviving. That's fine. I mean, it doesn't affect... It doesn't, like, give me a downside on the Tome of Horrors. It just gives me a little help on these fights where that I actually don't have enough reanimate. The other thing that would have been good is the Pyre Stone, but it's not really all that necessary. I think we're definitely hell-venting this. I need the flexibility on it currently. And obviously we get rid of this useless card. Certainly is a useless card. Probably the most useless card in the game, to be honest. Definitely the worst starter ever in any iteration of Monster Train. Titan Skin 4 should be pretty irrelevant, I think. This boss does make going top maybe a little tricky, but I don't think so. I think that actually is pretty good for us with the Pyre of Savagery. We're not, like, super relying on Pyre of Savagery scaling, but it's just going to be nice to have it, honestly. Yeah, we definitely don't need the +3 opener, I don't think. I don't mind having this one be the perma-scaled one. And the other question is, do I just get a unit down now, or do I start getting the Pseudoscience going? Because I actually got a health increase here, so this isn't like that important to get into play, I don't think. And I don't even want to kill that, because I just want to get the... Here, we actually... It's weird, but like, I think we do this. I don't know if I trust in being able to play this on my own unit yet. I feel like I'm maybe just wanting to hold it around. I mean, I could play it. I could play it all right now. I mean, I can get a crap load of reanimate. I think it's worth doing. Alright, let's get you in the very back and let's start doing this. Didn't even think about the collector. Honestly, I just don't care about the gold at this point, I don't think. Definitely got to get back to those pseudosciences. It'd be pretty rough if I end up dying here. I think I need to do this to just thin out the deck ASAP. Because, yeah, I need to hit those pseudosciences ASAP. Alright. I'm just going to take the hits, I think. Well, take one hit. These came at horrible costs. At least the spell chained one came at a good cost, though. We definitely gotta hit this. Come on, man. Have I gotten a single reanimate stack out of these yet? Well, the run might be over here. I don't know. This is the danger of maybe getting a little overconfident on that. Spikes. You gotta be shitting me, man. Bro. Oh my god, dude. 6 stacks? Jesus Christ. And you can tell here, it's like I got 12... You just kind of reverse engineer it. It's like... I'm just not getting reanimate whatsoever here. Which is obviously going to be a problem. Looks like we actually still beat him without getting any need for anything else here. Like, he's actually just dying. But, yeah, we'll do this anyway. Still nothing. Jesus fucking Christ. Barely. Jesus. Pretty abysmal luck there, to be honest, right? But, sure. Replicator Ray could be good. I am leaning more toward the mixology, which would give me much better chance at... Yeah, we're just doing that. I need it for the reanimate. And then these just are horrible. Luna just kind of sucks, actually, when you have Witchwood secondary. I would just basically not use them, if you can help it. Use whatever your primary clan is, unless they suck. Then you got a real curse seed on your hand. Not that this isn't a curse seed, but I think it's just right up my alley. A lot of people aren't comfortable with Gauge, so I think they shy away from it. I think we're going to go here. There's definitely just more stuff on the right at the Merchant of Magic, typically. Oh, yeah. Big time. Big time, big time. Huge, huge, huge. And then probably just double stack one of these. Pseudo remove one of these. Make it just get us a nice thing. And then, ooh, perfect. Alright. We just downcost that and spell chain it. And that might be my Hellvent, actually. I don't know. Probably not. Probably the double stacked thing is probably better. I really don't have any need of that. We're looking good now. That was our only scary moment, was just bricking on the reanimates over and over again. But at this point, we're so solid. I don't want this thing to live, so we'll do that. I guess this thing's getting that again. Put that here and kill it, I guess? Sure. Oh my god, Pseudoscience is certainly a card. A shitty one. A very shitty fucking one. Pseudoscience is the most aggravating card ever. You can see why. It's like Mix is, as frustrating as Mix can be, it's just a million times better than that. I could just Stardust Invocation this, since it came in at 0. That seems like the call here. Just go for green. And not get it, of course. I'll just go with the maximum rage here. Try for green again. Now we finally got it. Reanimate. Reanimate. And I may as well wait on it as long as I can, right? Which might not be much longer. But I could redraw Mix here. We don't, so I don't know though. This gets me a lot. Yeah, I think we can keep holding it here. And I'll just throw this away, do that. Try to just thin the deck out, I guess. Do that for the hell of it. We still don't have to play this. Alright, we got the Mix. Not gonna let it tilt us that it's giving us spikes. Alright, looks like I do need to use it here. And try for this. Get more spikes, because why not? Got 33 spikes. Game loves to give us spikes. Obviously we do that. And do I need to take a damage here, or should I try again and just get let down by Pseudoscience? I think we just do this. Honestly, even if I for some reason die here, we're going to be fine, because now I've got all of this armor. Pretty much always want to play that. Well, let's just give you some blue then. Gosh, that is not what I wanted to see. Okay, fucking... Here, take that. Lifesteal. Have we gotten a single reanimate out of any of these Pseudosciences in like the last 10 that we've played? I don't know if I have. If I have, I've missed it, that's for certain. Lifesteal. Lifesteal. Jesus, dude. I think I'm going to give this Pseudoscience the chance to get played. Alright, we get through it. Vanilla one of these is fine. Obviously, we go here, not much thought needed. Hey, look at that double stack. Definitely there. Holdover, none of that crap. Can't really reroll, so let's just get one of these downcosted. And obviously, we just hellvent this till Kingdom Come. Pretty confident in our ability to win from here on out. We may need to go bottom floor, though, on the Savagery fight. I already, I'll be honest, I forgot we had Savagery. So, this fight I can still go top. Need to maybe try to predict what my ability to go bottom or mid will be. Alright, you can do that. Oh, you finally got reanimate. Look at you. It's not super necessary for me to play another mix here. I think I'm better off just doing that. I'd rather try to wait for the combustion thing. Worst floor, but whatever. It is full moon, but I don't have the days card to do my play. I also don't have any damaging cards to kill it with. So we'll just do that. That obviously, and just get rid of this, or just put it in here. Just get it in there. I almost don't want to play this, because then it's on holdover and I just don't see better cards. I think we'll just not play it. Increasing the damage of the enemy is fine. I mainly just care about killing that thing, so we'll do that. That is not what I clicked, dude. Come on. Seriously, that's not what I fucking clicked. Well, we'll take a damage because of that. I definitely clicked the Tome of Horrors. It's bullshit and you know it. Whatever. Still no reanimates other than the first one. I guess this is fine to do that. Definitely will have enough reanimate here. This boss will be pretty trivial at that point too. We're definitely hitting on the reanimates with the mixes. Not hitting on it with that. Oh, look at that. Go us. Not even going to give Witchweed the satisfaction of being played. Nor will I give Pseudoscience the satisfaction of being played. Especially since it's on holdover. How the hell do I still have these cards? Like, did I not play enough of them? Since this one's not on holdover, I will play it. Just continue to get let down by Pseudoscience. Why not? Alright, we don't even end up needing our 8 reanimate here, so we won't. Organ Harvester does technically make our Pseudoscience spikes a little bit better, though still the Unstable is getting most of the kills past a certain point. But at least in the Titan fight, this would be getting me 1 reanimate like every other, or sorry, probably 2 out of 3 turns. Because there's always a squishy in front. But, I don't know, I think I'd rather just put the 142 attack combustion suit on him. And replicate array could work. Probably not that needed though. I think we just need to spam our card as much as possible. Plus, actually, the arms here could be good if we get the Zone of Silence. I also have the option of... That's good. Of blasting the... These aren't that good. This could be good. I have the option of just having my bottom units getting Atoma Horrors, which actually might be what I end up doing. It's an option. But for sure, we're still having this card. And the rest just needs to go on removals. Let's get every Witchwood out of here. Witchweave, whatever. More like Bitchweave, right? What else needs to go? Pseudoscience? Starstruck? Probably Pseudoscience, pretty bad. The holdover one. Because it's like it's actively bad for me to play it. Yeah, let's get rid of that one. And then I could merge equipment just to pseudo remove it. I think that's fine. It's not like it increases the cost for me as a volatile gauge player. Feeling pretty good about this. We'll go mid-floor with these. But I will go bottom with these. We got that right off the get-go, so that's really good. Let's put one of these top just to make sure that what's-his-name attacks there. Oh wow, that actually extinguished on the deployment phase. That seems kind of bullshit. Definitely an interaction I have not seen. I gotta be honest, I think we're just gonna put these down here. Definitely seems more useful to just play these than play that. Let's see if we can keep our dude down there alive. It's going to be important for our Pyre health to do so. I think this floor looks solid for a few turns. You know, we've got the reanimate here. Spikes, of course. Alright, you're still alive. Do that up there. Just trying to thin this deck out while I can. It's going to be a little awkward to spread my reanimate between 2 floors here, but I think I have the ability to do it. These costs are coming in pretty poor, but what are you going to do? Give you one, give you one. Let's play this. Damn. Lost our 50-50 there, but it's okay. You know, even if this guy dies, we're going to be okay this floor, I think. I mean, this guy's nearly dead, and things are okay here. Mainly just trying to keep the bottom floor alive at this point, I think. Alright, we won that. Didn't win that. Didn't win that. Ah, we finally got reanimated out of that stupid card. That was weird. I like focused down to the bottom and didn't get much there. Alright, we're actually just killing here, so that's nice. Here, have that. Alright, well that's definitely the hardest fight. There's no way that the Titan fight will be harder than that. So we've won. A nice redemption after yesterday's Savagery loss. And you can definitely see the massive power of Lazarus compared to Under Legion. Under Legion, not the best clan in the game. Definitely Lazarus, best clan in the game. 100%. We still actually kind of split our stuff here. If possible. Weak. Let's do this. This. This full moon. Bastard. Probably want a damage shield here. Alright, we got that. Oh, this guy was actually dying. I didn't even notice that. Okay. Good thing we got that. That could have been bad. Would it really have been bad, though? I don't know. I feel like our Toma Horrors are so good at this point, any potato will do. You know what I mean? Let's just daze him. We're Savagery already got 160 attack. I don't need to worry about him and things. Alright, you can have that. We definitely want to give you one of those. I'll give you one of those. Definitely want you alive. I probably should have played that. It's fine though. Actually, it probably was the turn I ultimately wanted to make there. It's okay to let the bottom floor guy die if I need to keep this guy alive, because it might be just too hard to keep all of them going here. Okay, that's the priority. Oh, he died? I don't think the preview was showing him as dying. Am I tripping, or what there? Well, I guess we don't have a choice. We're definitely just going to do the top floor here then. Do need to keep a little bit of an eye on our Pyre health, so I do want to play these things out. Alright, let's just sap the guy on top. But I still want to try to get green here if I can. Alright, we got that. Oh, we got reanimate, nice. The daze here can go here. That actually saves us more Pyre health. Invocation we should play. Just need to do this. So now you're dead, it's just a matter of that dying. So we're good. Now we just have to play the Pyre lights from here on out and we're good. Play these, just keep our health at a reasonable amount. Here, you can clear that. Alright, GG. So as we can see here, the gauge actually pretty positive for us. I still maintain it's generally speaking a very powerful Monster Train 2 artifact, and there's only a few combos that I would shy away from it in, and certainly Lazarus League is not it. Obviously, we found the best card we could find for it with the Tome of the Horrors, but keep in mind, as I kind of outlined, there's other stuff too. You know, this run could have went a different direction. There's always, like, Mind of Their Own or Replicator Ray shenanigans we can do if the Reform and Unstable stuff wasn't coming together, right? Like, I can put together something there, just the same. But the game just threw Tome of Horrors at me, so obviously I'm going to do that. So we can take a look at what they did. They died early. They did take the gauge, so I like that. Artificer. I don't mind the Artificer. I think our run could have actually been better had I gone it. And then the Pincushion actually becomes a better pick. So I actually don't know why this lost. This should have actually been more powerful at that point in the game than what we had. Maybe this is not so good, though. The holdover on the explosive reaction, that's only useful at the moment for wave clear. Granted, obviously, the Pseudoscience kind of sucked, but I would say... yeah, it's like maybe because there wasn't the investment in the Pseudoscience, at least, because like I said, as much as Pseudoscience falls off late, it's still like generally pretty easy or useful early, because a lot of times the lifesteal is not so bad early. It's basically even better than the reanimate in terms of keeping your units alive. So probably just, it looks like it dies to Relentless. So really you actually probably were going to have a pretty fine run, but this play, also you probably should have had enough money to play your, or to get your spell chain as well. So I think no matter what, if you made this play, the spell chain on it still makes sense, because at least then you're doing a lot of damage each turn if you're giving up the sustain. I guess we could also say that the Artificer technically isn't as powerful early as the Living Armory, but I don't think this is a run that could have not got through. You could have also like skipped this trial, because this trial is pretty brutal with the gauge, especially like all things considered. But I think you had the right idea with a lot of this stuff. It just maybe should have focused more on the sustain, especially since you did go the Ring 2 magic route, which I don't hate here, but you just have to kind of keep in mind that when you go the Ring 2 magic route, the Ring 2 boss needs a little extra preparation for, and this just doesn't really help with the boss that much. It's just a one and done 25 damage, right? Or 30 damage, and that's not massively helping you, whereas like the Pseudoscience is giving you entire extra rounds, usually, of attacking on the boss, unless you completely low roll and only get spikes. But even if you only get spikes, I'd say in terms of the boss, you're still getting about equal value as you would have got here. So it's still just, you think, keeping that in mind, I think that holdover on the Pseudoscience, plus giving it probably a spell chain. The spell chain's debatable, but certainly I think the holdover should have went on a different card. That's, I guess, the big difference here. Anyway, thanks for that submission. I always like playing with Gage, and I always like Tome of Horrors, so that type of run is satisfying me. I got some other submissions I'll try to get through here this week, so, and keep them coming if you got them. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.